picturesque Provo, Utah, LaVell Edwards Stadium. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the BYU Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports, LaVell Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quick give, it's Wilson. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Wilson. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate. Caught, and he's got room. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Going to the run, it's Wilson. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach, taking those risks. But when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finished with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
See some running room. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off play action. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Going to the ground. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. They'll line up for a second down play. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He's brought down and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. The running back has it. Still on his feet at the 40. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Tells to run, wants to pass. He's looking deep. Dangerous throw on that one.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Scanning the field, it's Buckmeyer. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Handoff to the single back. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Selling the fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Third and 6 yards to go. They'll run it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. The accuracy is perfect, the loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that player.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. The handoff. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. He takes it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ready to get into that playbook. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now, they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We've got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Hit as he throws. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Well, they were trying to run a sweep, but they got put in the dustpan real fast.
And defenses understand, I cannot let fast guys get on the edge. I got to get that ball turning back towards the middle. Really good job of understanding that. Understanding if he gets too far outside from them big boys, they aren't even in the play. They're just...
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Fresh set of downs going up top. Catch in the middle, it's West. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Fresh center downs going to the air. Makes the grab. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. Taylor wants to throw it. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. To the back. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 14 team, the Wisconsin Badgers. And it's Georgia who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And talk about turning your season around. That's now 3 straight for this team after they dropped the first 2. And as we check it,
snags it, and there's running room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I know he's got the height and weight type of tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
They'll run it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. He turns that loose down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the 2nd half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. And that's a great start to this 2nd half.
And the Cougars have their offense in high gear. The give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll run him again. Driven back. The Cougars in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Looking for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watched the film. They watched this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the 1st half. Here they are in the 2nd half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. The run to the left. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. On the move. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. Making the adjustment. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Fires left. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. On play action. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
But how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the second half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. Now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got it backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on their defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take shots and sometimes make big plays.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Phillips. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Throws toward the end zone. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Third down play from the gun. Look out! It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Quick give. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right side, it's West. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Red pass is complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. Third down coming for this offense. Maybe some room here. He's at the 40. Finally stopped inside the 25-yard line, but this one might be coming back. There is a flag down. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Hand it to the back. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Swapped immediately.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Left side is Phillips. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed.
Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead he gives up the big safety.
Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
One ends there.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Floats it out in space. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. BYU lines up quickly.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages.
He's going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
30 short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can...
He wants to go deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, BYU! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
Snap in the shotgun. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and now it's a two-possession game, down 15. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Got a man. It's West. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now on first down from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. Motion from the wideout. The play fake. Unloads in the nick of time. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Buckmeyer. They're all over it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Rush right in his face. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Intercepted by Mississippi State. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Give to the back. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, the ground game. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage.